So to record your vinyl albums and vinyl soundtracks to, say, an MP3 system, I use GarageBand to use it. There's a lot of software out there. I've already got GarageBand on my Apple MacBook Pro, and most people already have GarageBand. It's a very, very good utility. So to connect up my turntable, which is Audio-Technica right here, this is my Marantz amplifier, and this is my MacBook Pro with GarageBand loaded. All you need really is, of course, the MacBook has got USB-C, which is this type of connector, and then the turntable requires a USB of this type. And that you'll see the plug right here, it just says USB or PC. So this is how you connect your turntable. As long as it's got a USB out, you're good to go. You just take this cable, plug it into your turntable, and the other end goes into your MacBook Pro. In this case, I had to buy this adapter. So this is what a typical USB A or B looks like on the end. So to get that to USB-C, you buy one of these little adapters, and I happen to have one from Anker. So basically it takes USB A and converts it to USB-C. And you just plug this into your MacBook Pro. And when you plug this into your MacBook Pro, it's going to recognize that you've got a USB device, and it'll ask you if that's what you want for your input. And you just click yes. So here we go. We've got the Marantz receiver, my Technica turntable all queued up for a song I'm going to record from vinyl. And then it's got my USB connector from the turntable to my MacBook Pro right over here. And then I'm using a GarageBand. So let's show you how to do that real quickly. It's super simple. You just open GarageBand, and this is what you'll see. And you should see down here the input device. And it should be something like USB audio codec. Right here where it says input device. Your output device can be external speakers. In this case, it's MacBook Pro speakers. This is just the opening page, and we're creating a new project. Now, for some reason, you don't see this input device here. You go to Settings and go to Sound. Click Sound. And then you can choose your output. Input is what we're interested in. And you should see something like this. Here's your regular MacBook Pro microphone for input, which it defaults to most of the time. It's built in. You can hook it up to your iPhone microphone. In this case, we click on USB audio codec, which is the type is USB. Okay, so you should change that if you don't see it show up here in the input device. And I've noticed you might have to relaunch GarageBand after you make that general settings adjustment to USB. Okay, easy, do that. Make sure the USB is going. Sometimes you have to turn it on so there's an input for it to sense it. And then you can just accept it as your input device. So down here, you just click Choose on the lower right-hand corner. And now, this is kind of tricky, but you're going to use the mic or line input to create this new track. So that connects it to that USB input. So just click mic or line for a turntable setup like we've got and click Create. So you're ready to go. I like to expand this all the way, so just go up here and expand it. And then make sure you turn off the metronome, click, and this timer thing. And what else? Okay, so up here is your control panel. And when you're ready to record, you just click Record, that red dot, and it'll start recording, and you'll see a track show up here. And then when you're done, you just hit stop, and I'll show you what to do after that. So let me just show you how to start record. You don't have to mess with any of these other things, but down here just make sure input again is USB audio codec. It should be, but if it's not, you've got a problem with connection. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to click record, and then I'm going to just drop the needle down onto a song, and we'll show you how that works. So hit record, and you'll see the playhead shows red, and then we're going to drop the needle onto the vinyl, and okay, you can see that. Okay, so we're done recording. Go up here and just hit stop. boom, you can see the screen turns to blue. Now you can just save the whole project, or if you want to, let's do that. Let's go up here to save, and you can just call it whatever you want up here. Save as, I'll just put jazz. That was a little jazz segment. It's called Hobo Flats. Just do that, and it's going to put it in this folder, GarageBand Save. Or you can do something and export it. Up here in GarageBand, click Share. You don't have to save the project, but if you want to just convert this to MP3 or something, export song to disk. In the drop down here, just click that, export song to disk. So here you go. So you can save it as that, put it wherever you want. And down here you can pick AAC as a common popular format. I'm just using standard old MP3, and you can select different qualities from this. I always pick high quality. And then you can export it, and it's going to just send this and convert it. Watch what happens. It's converting that whole soundtrack to MP3, and boom, it's done. And it just sent it over to my GarageBand folder under as an MP3 file.